So my radish.
Yep.
Firstly, you can see the aphids.
Yep.
I'm assuming they're aphids.
Yep.
Can you
Yep.
see that? And
Okay.
then I've got a little friend that's been eating the radish as well. So there's two issues going on with, I believe that's snails, because I just threw some out the other day.
Yep.
So how would you approach aphids? Because they're on my radish and they're also on my swede, on the swede.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they're on the swede. So
Yep.
they're the two that they're targeting, like the veggies they're targeting at the moment.
They tend to sit on just under the margin of the leaves, and they suck out the goodness out of the leaves, and the leaves roll over and collapse, and you can't really see them. So I
Mm.
always recommend that you just have a container mixed up with eco oil and eco neem, and go around on a basis and continually spray. They're,
Right.
they're a beautiful, safe product.
There's a 5 liter,
Yep.
a 5 liter container.
So that has 25 mil of eco oil put into it. So 25 mil of that, and then 12 mil of eco neem mixed into the water, and just have it ready all the time. If you're fortunate enough to have some pyrethrum around, that is an instant kill. Yep, that's an instant kill. But make sure you shake the bottle.
Because this builds up like the resistance against them, and this is for
Yep.
when you got a real infestation to give them a real fast knock.
Yeah, bang.
And
Yep.
that's the same with the caterpillar as well. It's the same
Yep.
approach.
Or
Uh,
anything that chews and sucks.
Eco oil is safe to use now because we're in winter, but just still like it's a sunny day today. Not to use in the sun of the day.
No, best to do it either in the evening. Go and spray it in the evening if you're worried about any heat or anything else.
You go around cutting, like for me, like there's all the little leaves like that just to cut them. Like there's no point spraying that to save it.
No, cut that off. But
And so the snails, I'm pretty sure it's a snail. So snails and slugs, do you approach them the same?
slugs, same thing with slugs.
Okay, same thing with
Slugs and
slugs.
snails are exactly the same treatment. The snails, I would use a bait with snails. Uh,
Right.
and if you actually have a good look online, there are actually some very very good quality snail baits that are made from medicinal grade iron.
Okay, because I do have we're copper tape.
Yeah.
And I think I had it onto my beds too late because last year in my Asian greens they were riddled with slugs, and I tried the beer trick, but I used low carb beer, and apparently
No,
you
gotta
meant to
be
use full strength beer,
gotta be full
so,
drink.
so I wasted a beer, and then the tape I think they were already in the bed,
Yeah.
and yeah, so look, it probably helped a little bit, but it didn't completely stop them.
No. So do you know why the copper tape is effective?
Yeah, no, I don't.
Okay. People think that it might carry some sort of electrical charge, but no, it doesn't.
Right.
The copper tape, in actual fact, is resembles the blood component of snails and slugs, which
Oh,
is
what?
not iron based like our blood. It is copper based.
Right.
So they don't like crossing the copper component because it mimics the blood that is in their bodies. So they won't go across it.
Do they think they're like crawling over their friends or
No, that's
something?
right. So the other thing that you might need to watch out for, in actual fact, is earwigs. If you want to see if you've got an infestation of earwigs in the garden, then what you do is you get a little bit of newspaper or paper, wet it thoroughly, and then roll it up. Not a tight roll, but just a light roll, and then stick it in your garden bed. And what will happen is that the earwigs are nocturnal mongrels, so they'll be out in the dark. They'll attack your plants, and then they're looking for a nice little place to go
Mm.
and live. And that is, it's wet, and it's enclosed, and it's dark, and that's where they'll be. So in the morning when you go out there, you just pick up that roll and open it up slightly, and just see if it's got earwigs in it, and then you know that's another problem you're going to have.
Okay, so with the earwigs, because you get the plastic container, you put soy sauce and you mix it with
Oil.
vegetable oil.
Yep.
Um,
Drill
for,
little
yeah,
holes inside,
yeah.
and maybe cover it with a bit of mulch of some sort, and they'll come in through the sides and go into the the soy sauce, and they drown in the oil.
Because you don't really do companion planting because you focus on the soil and
Exactly.
the rock dust, putting
Yep.
like increasing the bricks level, and that all minimises the risk of the pests.
Exactly. Gee, Joe, you have come such a long way, darling.
Putting in the rock dust increases the sugar level, the bricks level,
The bricks.
and the
Well
pests.
done, you. Good on
And
you, darling.
the pests don't like that. They like weaker
No.
plants. Companion planting. Is there like ones that you really would recommend people having in the patch to deter?
Yeah, look, the best things that you can have in the patch are things that actually produce seed heads that attract the predatory insects. And one of the best ones you can have going all year round is parsley. The
Okay.
flat leaf parsley, not the curly leaf parsley. If you just have that in your garden in a continuous basis, that's going to attract the predatory insects that just hone in on that particular plant and then go out and source all their food. You could plant in the garden would be something like marigolds. Marigolds
Yeah.
are, you know,
My summer ones are still giving.
yep, yeah, they're terrific. You know,
Yeah, but
they're
you can
great.
get. I think you can get a winter variety of a marigold as well. And nasturtiums. I just went and got some because I've seen Mariah say that as well because and they're edible as well. I think, aren't
They
they?
are.
The leaf, the
They've got a
sprouts.
lovely peppery taste to them, and the thing about the nasturtiums, and why I don't do this is I've got enough other good things happening in my garden in other
Yes.
parts of the garden rather than the beds themselves.